Hi everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind multifariousnature.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, a big welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are joining me today. If you do feel like you'd like to be a subscriber and be notified when new videos are posted, please hit subscribe below. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when those videos go up. So it's been a couple weeks. I'm sorry that I did get delayed here. We've had some really nice weather and I just really needed to take some time and enjoy the weather and knit. So instead of doing videos, I did that. So I hope you'll forgive me. But I wanted to catch up with you now, and I have a bunch of knitting done, a bunch, because you haven't seen me in a bit. So I actually have a finished object. So that's actually going to be the shop, well, I guess shop update. I'm actually just going to briefly reiterate that Knit Graffiti, if you're familiar with her, she is on Instagram, Ravelry, and she may have a YouTube as well, but she actually is doing a brioche-a-long, which is kind of like a knit-along, but she's a brioche knitwear designer, and she's actually doing that currently. And I believe you can join whenever you want. If you jump on over to her Ravelry, I'll include the link down below. And then you can join the knit along. And Multifarious Nature is a sponsor for a prize. And if you join, you may be able to win the prize. And the prize is a full-size skein of yarn. So it's very exciting. So I just wanted to reiterate that if you are interested in participating. And then now we will get into the shop update. Finished object, and this is using Multifarious Nature yarn, and I'm trying to see what is the name of this. Oh yeah, it's Vestigial. Vestigial is the socks. I had finished one of the socks. I finally now have a finished pair. Well, I say mostly finished because I forgot to weave in one of the ends, but they are both washed and blocked. I have not worn them yet. I'm really excited to wear them because I didn't want to get them dirty for the video. So there's a few little hiccups, mistakes I've done in this pattern, and you may be able to see it. I don't really want to point it out, but I did. I totally made some mistakes. It is what it is. And these hug my foot so nicely. I think this will be a really nice pattern, a flexible pattern too. So if you're trying to make socks as a gift, I think this will be a really good pattern for that. I'm pretty sure this was a free pattern. Yeah, they're the Vestigial Socks by brioche-a-long, and this is in the Nostalgia colorway by Multifarious Nature. So here's the other sock. So I have a pair. We have a completed set, and I just love this colorway so much. It's Nostalgia. It has fun little slight speckling throughout, and it is more of like a lilac colorway. It's so pretty, and there's this wonderful subtle tonality going on throughout. I love it. It's so soft. This is on my merino nylon blend. It's 75/25. It's so soft. It is just a wonderful sock base, and I'm very excited. This pattern is so fun too. Look at this cute little slip stitch heel. I just love it. It's so fun. And it's a taller sock, so I could wear these with my skates, which guess what? It's getting warmer. So I can start roller skating again, which I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm trying to get a little more active and a little bit healthier, and doing fitness outside is my favorite, and I've been inside. So being able to not only go on hikes with the dogs, but actually get roller skates going, these would be perfect for that. Nice tall sock. You want something tall so it supports your ankle and keeps your ankle from getting all rubbed. So these should hopefully be really good for that. So I'm really excited. I like wearing my hand knit socks anyway, but especially for boots and roller skates, I think these are going to be excellent with this nice reinforced heel. So I'm really excited to give it a shot. And I just love how playful and wonderful the Nostalgia colorway is. So these are just so fun, and I cannot wait to try them out. So that is my one and only finished object of this video, but very excited. Okay, And the next, let's get into the, like, these are the works in progress. I have a couple, and I have a new work in progress here. So one that you have seen already is my, they're slouchy brioche socks, and it's Kari Sinks is the designer. And I'm using Multifarious Nature's colorway in Scarecrow. I love this color so much. So I already showed you that I have, pretty sure I did. If I didn't, I have a finished one, but I think I showed you guys this. I'm pretty sure I showed you I had a finished one. So these are the slouchy brioche socks, just to give you indication of what it looks like finished. I am working my way down my second one now. This would be another fun pair, I think, to wear with the skates. I'm not sure with this, the like slouchy brioche section, but I think it'll be okay in there. I would think so. I think it would add nice padding and comfort. So I don't think that'll be an issue. I am so loving these 9-inch circs, you guys. I usually do magic loop method for the most part when I do socks, but lately, the last couple pairs that I've made, I use the 9-inch circs, and now I understand why people love them so much. I know I mentioned this in another video, but I got the Chiaogu ones. I purchased them myself, the 9-inch circulars, and I love it so much because you just keep knitting along in a circle and you don't have to rearrange your stitches, where if you knit with double pointed needles, you definitely knit like down and then have to turn and knit down. Where if you're working with 9-inch circs, you just keep knitting. And even with magic loop, you have to rearrange your stitches, like shove them to the end of your needle each time that you're changing direction. So love, love, love this colorway too. It's so much fun. This is Scarecrow, and it's a limited run colorway, so once it's gone, it's gone. But I'm really excited that, like, all that fun color, I just love it so much. It's so fun and whimsical, and yeah, I had so much fun dyeing it up. I just love it. So yeah, this is what it would look like all knit up. Now granted, this is brioche up here, and then you have some stockinette here. So if you kind of want a good representation of stockinette in small circumference, this is what it would knit up as. But if you're knitting a larger circumference, the speckling will be more spread out. You probably will have smaller color pooling, so less color pooling, in other words. But it's a super fun color, and I think it's just so playful. So love that. So that is Scarecrow, and I am still working my way down through that. That is on my brioche, not brioche. Goodness. BFL nylon base. So another wonderful base for socks. I'm excited to test that one out because I haven't done any socks with that base yet. So I'm really excited to test that out and just check out the durability on that. And I kind of failed because I forgot to bring my leftovers of this, but I really wanted to show you guys. I have such a decent amount of the nostalgia leftovers. I have to weigh it. I don't think I have enough to make shorties out of it, but if I do, I will make a pair of shorties. I will make 2 pairs of socks out of 1 skein of yarn, which would be absolutely unreal to think that I could make that much with it. So, you know, these skeins do go a long way depending on what you're making and, of course, the size of your foot. But that is that. So next work in progress is my DRK Everyday Socks. I'm working on this for the DRK Everyday Spin It to Knit Along. So loving it. I know I showed you guys this. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. If I did, call me out, guys. Call me out in the comments. But did I show you my finished one sock? I have one finished sock from the DRK Everyday Socks. I can't remember if I showed you this. I don't think I did, because I think I was so close to finishing. So I did the version according to the pattern, where I know Andrea Mowry tends to make them longer. She makes them longer for herself. So I made this one short. I could have made it longer, but I just went with the pattern. I may make it longer in a different colorway, but this is hand spun. I don't know exactly how much I have. I knew I was pretty limited with my yardage. It is a llama blend, and because I'm limited with my yardage, I didn't really want to make it too much longer, because if I make it too much longer, when I get to my second sock, I might have an issue with having enough to finish it. So I'm just going to do this, and hopefully the second one will be good too. I tried it on. It fits wonderfully. It's actually pretty generous in the toe area, so I might have been able to go down a size. I don't know, maybe. I'm in between, because when I wear socks, I like them to be a little bit more snug, because when you wear hand knit socks, they do loosen as you wear them. So, which most socks do, but they really do because of the natural fiber. So I just want to make sure it remains nice and snug. So I don't know. It might be like the best. This might be the best size, but it's really pretty. There's some green fiber dyed up llama in there. There's some beautiful like reddish orange llama in here, and then again more green, and then there's some like tencel in here. I don't know if it's tencel. I think it is. It's a little hard to see, but there's some really pretty like copper sparkling throughout in different areas, and that's from that like copper tencel. I can't talk, but I just think they're so fun, and they're really fun to knit. Actually, this pattern's really fun. It is a paid for pattern. I did pay for it, and it was fun to actually spin up the yarn, but then actually to take that yarn that I've spun and make it into an item, because that's the whole point, is to spin it and knit it. And I love that. So I'm participating in her knit along, and yeah, if you want to join in, you totally can. She said you can join in at any time, and you can just spin up the yarn. You could have fun yarn that you already have, and then just knit up her socks. So yeah, super fun pattern. The DRK Everyday Socks. Definitely enjoying that. So I did start up on my second sock here. So I literally just started this up. So I've got my toe, and I am just starting to do the ribbing repeat here. So a lot of work still to be done on this, but really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun knitting with this llama. It's very soft. It's going to be super warm, so I'm excited about that. Some really fun winter socks. These are definitely going to be winter socks. Great for boots, probably more as house socks, just because they're so heavy unless I wear them in my really big boots. Which my winter boots, I tend to buy them a size larger, because I like to account for wearing warmer socks. Living in Michigan, it gets really cold in the winter. So yeah, loving it. So can't say enough nice things about her patterns. Big fan of Andrea Mowry. I really do try to do variety with my knitting patterns, but it's so hard when you find a designer that, one, the patterns fit. You can definitely adapt patterns to make them fit for yourself, but when they fit, when you follow it, because maybe either that designer has a similar body type, or their proportions are similar to the way your body proportions are, and then they grade the pattern accordingly. I don't know. Once you find something like that, it is hard not to keep doing their patterns, because you know what, you'll end up with something that you'll wear. So yeah, it's a big deal. Anyway, I do try to support different designers though. So, and that kind of goes into my next one. My next one is also a designer I've worked with before. I've worked her patterns before. It's Melanie Hoffman. Her newer pattern, it was new as of this winter time. It's called Wildflowers Path, and I've been eyeing this pattern for the longest time, and I did finally purchase it, and now I am finally knitting it. I waited and waited patiently because I purchased Plutilopi. I want to say it was actually in the wintertime when I purchased it. It was on sale from Istex, so it actually came from Iceland, and it was a great deal. It's a really good deal. I don't want to bash any local yarn stores. If you have a local yarn store to you that sells Plutilopi, please support them and purchase it there. But if you're on a budget but you really want to buy Plutilopi, check out their website. It is hard. They come and go with their stock. They do really good sales, and that's when I bought it. I got a really good discount on it. So the colorway, I'm pretty positive it did not come labeled, because if you purchase 2 plates of a color, they're individually wrapped plates. But if you buy them 3, I want to say 3 or more. I purchased 4, so it's hard to tell. But if you purchase it 4 plates or more, they actually just they don't cut it, but they separate it, the chunk, from the bat. I think that's what they call it. I think it's called a bat, and I want to say it's like 9, or it's big, and I want to say it might be, I don't know, 9 plates wide. I'm not sure. I wanted to buy a bat so much because it is a really good deal. They give you a discount when you buy that because you do lose a little bit of fiber. And what I mean by that, when I separated one of the plates from the stack, there are some pieces that are really small. You can definitely still knit with this because of the nature of Plutilopi, but like, for example, these are really small bits, and to get that all felted together to knit with it, is it worth it? So that's why they price it accordingly. So here you go. They're connected. You can see that's connected there. So you will lose a little bit of fiber when you're separating them, just because of that nature. So it's usually discounted when you buy a big bundle like that, because they can't do it by weight, because you're going to be losing chunks probably between each plate. So if you do buy the Plutilopi from Istex in it's Alafloss. That's where I bought it from. Oh my goodness, Alafloss. Alafloss is a store out of Iceland, and Istex is the brand, but this is directly from Iceland that I ordered it from. And Alafloss is a wonderful store. I've purchased from them at least twice now, I think, and it's very reasonable. Their shipping is, I would say, incredibly fast for the fact that it's coming from Iceland. It took a week and a half to get this to Michigan from Iceland, so that was impressive. I don't know how things will be now with everything going on in the world, but yeah, I was very impressed by that shipping. So it was in the winter time when I ordered it, but yeah, that colorway is Ash Heather. It's a beautiful, like, light gray, really light gray. So there's like little flecks of black with the white cream color. It's beautiful. I want to say this definitely is a natural color Plutilopi, where there are many, like this plum color that's actually dyed. This is not dyed. I'm pretty sure this is just undyed. And here it's gonna be a little hard to see now that the stitches are getting more, but I'm holding it double. Don't want to give too much away. This is a paid for pattern. But it is, yeah, the Wildflower Path by Melanie Hoffman, and the Plutilopi held double. There you go. It's getting blasted out, but it's a really beautiful area here in the collar. So this is the neck band. It's rolling, but I think one, when you're wearing it, and once it's blocked, that's going to relax. But it's really very pretty pattern and a very pretty natural color. Very excited about this. It is knitting up super fast, which is awesome. I started it this past week and it's knitting up so fast. This is all I have left of the first plate, guys. I'm holding it double too, so go through it a lot faster. But according to the pattern, my size should be 4 plates, which that's what I ordered. I did not specifically order the Plotalopi for this pattern. I did know I wanted to do a Melanie Hoffman pattern though, and I really wanted to do this one, and I finally splurged and did it. So here is a picture of her wearing it. It's so beautiful. This is that patterning I just showed you. And then I have like another repeat of that patterning, and then the rest is pretty much stockinette that I'm aware of. And then you get some cuffs, and then there's some really beautiful embroidery that she does with the Plotalopi, which is these really pretty flower bursts. I'm so excited to do that. That's what first drew me to that sweater, was the flower burst. Isn't it so cute and precious and fun and just whimsical? And yes, it's so pretty. I guess you could read those as snowflakes as well, but to me, they're just flowers. And I love nature, I love flowers. So I was really excited about that. And I did invest in the pattern, and yeah, really excited about it. I love this. It's knitting up so wonderfully, so fast. They're really decent sized needles that I'm knitting on after working with the socks. It's kind of nice just to mix things up and work with larger needles. It really makes things feel really good on your hands. So loving this so much. I cannot say enough wonderful things about this yarn. Plotalopi is kind of my love, which is really funny because my mom will, I always say to this day, my mom would probably always give me a hard time if I said it, but because she knows I always said I did not like wool because it made me itch, and I don't know, either I've gotten used to it and my skin has desensitized over the years, or I didn't realize all the different types of wool. And I mean, this is a perfect example. So this is Fisherman's Wool. This is Lion's brand. This is a commercially processed yarn. You can see that there's definitely a little bit of halo up here on the sleeve. But this is this is perfect. So this also has the Plotalopi, which is this really beautiful plum colorway. So there is the Fisherman's wool, and then the Plotalopi. If you look closely, you can see there's definitely more halo where the Plotalopi is compared to where the Fisherman's wool is. It's similar, but there's definitely more. So the Icelandic wool is definitely more rustic. It is which makes sense because it's an unspun yarn. It's roving, it's pencil roving. It's very, very delicate in this form. And then once you knit it, it becomes strong. So I definitely recommend it though if you want some beautiful, durable, warm, rustic wool. Get your hands on some Plotalopi. You can get it here in the States. You do not have to order it on from Iceland, but yeah, I cannot say enough nice things about that wool. I love it so much, and it's just such a treat to work with. It really is. It's the closest thing to, at least I feel, the closest thing to actually like getting and processing your own wool and then working with that wool. It's the closest thing to that for me. So it's really nice. So if you're someone who wants wool that is like the unspun, that if you just processed a sheep's wool, then that would be the closest way to get it if you don't want to go through the process of doing that yourself, of course, because it's quite the ordeal and involves a lot of equipment to do that. So yeah, Plotalopi, excellent stuff. Highly, highly recommend it. So yeah, that's what I've been working on a lot, which is kind of funny to be working on this wonderfully warm sweater that today I can definitely wear it. It is cold here in Michigan. I guess warmer than some days, but cold comparatively because yesterday it was so warm. It was so warm. March is notorious for big temperature swings here in Michigan, and yeah, it proved itself there yesterday. So last week it was in the 30s most of the week, and then 40s, and then yesterday it got up to 65. It was almost 70 degrees, and that's in Fahrenheit. And I actually cleaned out my car finally. I haven't cleaned my car all winter. It was filthy. It was so bad. We have two dogs. For those of you that are new, my husband and I, we have two dogs, and we like to go on hikes, and the dogs get dirty, they get sandy, they get muddy, and my car is the car that we usually drive for the most part, and it is filthy. So I finally cleaned it, which took a while, and I'm so grateful that that is clean. It just makes you feel better when you're in there, especially when I go to work, just not having it dirty. So that was really nice, and I got to do that because it was not freezing outside. It was really, really warm. And so I did that, and then today it's actually back to kind of the norm, and it's in the 40s today. It's 40 degrees, and that is why I'm wearing a sweater again. I was very cold. I was so grateful to be wearing the sweater because I went to the food store and I just had my little windbreaker on because yesterday it was so warm. I thought, it'll be fine. It doesn't feel, I mean, it's cold outside, but didn't feel that cold when I went outside at home. Well, when I got to the food store and I was walking the parking lot, it was freezing. The wind is howling. I mean, it's really windy out. And we live maybe 20 minutes at the most from Lake Michigan, which is a huge lake here in the US. And when the wind comes off the lake, you can tell it is cold. And it was cold. So I was so grateful to have my sweater on, my really nice cozy sweater with the nice long, super long sleeves, which is hilarious. I debate the long sleeve thing, but it was nice to have that today. So I'll probably leave them nice and long. It was wonderful. But yeah, it's chilly today. So we haven't fully hit the spring end of things yet. I don't think it's officially spring quite yet. We're getting there. Very excited though, and I can tell, like, you can hear the birds now. We have a lot of birds flying around, and there's a smell in the air. It just smells like rain. Is kind of like that spring smell. It smells like rain. It smells so good. So we're almost there. We are almost in spring, which I love. Spring brings new life, so it's wonderful. So yeah, very excited, but I am working on another sweater because apparently when it's spring and it's still cold, you want to knit a sweater. Well, hopefully this one will knit up fast. It seems to be. And maybe I'll be able to wear it before winter. Or I should say before summer, because summer will be here too before we know it. Oh, goodness. All right. So that's kind of like life update stuff these days. The weather is in between here, and I guess other life update stuff is that we're going to get our carpeting done here on our main level of our house. Our house is kind of a ranch, basically, and we finished our basement semi-recently. I told you guys that, but now we want to do the upstairs and put new carpeting in, which is awesome and wonderful. But this is the main area where we live, so this is where most of our things are, obviously. And you know what? I've never had carpeting done anywhere I lived, so mentally dealing with that is stressful for me for some reason. I mean, I have things that are fragile and breakable, so what we're kind of in the midst of doing now, we have about a month before we're doing the carpeting, so kind of going through periodically and just boxing up the items that are fragile, putting them in the lower level, so that way when they move the furniture and everything, we don't have to worry about things being broken. I just don't want to worry about that. One less thing to worry about. Nobody needs that in their life. But I also realize my knitting room here has so much stuff that needs to just be moved. And so I'm probably going to box up a bunch of the yarn and everything just to get it so it's easy to move the furniture and not have everything just to fall everywhere, because that'll just take more time when they're trying to get stuff done. So that's kind of the goal at this point, is trying to get things organized, breakables downstairs, and make it so it'll be really easy for the carpenters when they are installing the carpeting. So that's crazy, and that's going on this month. Something super fun that I wanted to share with you guys. So this, again, temperature changing going on. Still always, we're washing our hands a lot these days, and between the weather changing and everything, I have very dry skin. I always do. and it's gotten worse over the years, be it hormones changing, all that wonderful stuff. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is not sponsored. I purchased this myself. I love this brand. I've purchased shampoo bars, conditioner bars from them. I haven't used this. Well, I should say, I've purchased their conditioner bars and I've used it. I have not used their shampoo yet. I bought it and I'm going to use it. So I'm excited to try it. It smells wonderful. This one it's Luxury Lotion Bar is what it's called. The brand is Gentle Nature Soaps. They're on Etsy, and they're out of Wisconsin, and I absolutely love it. So this one I got, it's lavender May Chang. I think that's what it's called. It's new. I can show you guys in a really nice tin here. It's beautifully packaged. You can see her packaging too on her actual website, of course, but it's really cute. It's a lotion bar, and it's so wonderful. It has nice natural ingredients. It has essential oils in it. It smells amazing. It smells so good. It smells so good. And yeah, I mean, it has like shea butter, beeswax, which really helps with the moisture in your hands, and apricot oil, olive oil, jojoba oil. There's just vitamin E. The list goes on and on. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Their conditioner bars are amazing. I love their conditioner bar. It's like silk and, I think it's Silk and Honey is the name of their conditioner bar. I have it in lavender. It smells so good, and it's so moisturizing. A little goes a long way with their conditioner. So same with this, a little goes a long way. I just like rub it on. I'll just show you how I use it because I just need to use it since I got home from the store. So all I do is just rub it on my hands, and it melts. The heat from your hands just melts it. Right word. And because I get really dry knuckles, maybe this is TMI, I get really dry knuckles, and being, knitters, I figured if any of you guys are knitters, crocheters, this type of year, your hands just it gets brutal sometimes. Your fiber will take your moisture if you're using Plithalopi, it does not take the moisture from your hands, but if you're using other different fibers, it may. But yeah, it's super nice. You can see how my skin is shiny now. It's wonderfully moisturized. It feels so good, and it just takes a little bit of this product. So little goes a long way. It comes in this adorable tin, which is excellent for traveling. I literally just throw this in my purse. I have one with one of my projects in my project bag. They're excellent, reasonably priced for what you get. I picked up some regular lotion prior to buying this, and it did not work for my hands. It was supposed to be extra absorbent. It's by a well-known brand, and it's supposed to be very moisturizing. It was garbage. I would put it on my hands. It soaked right in, and my hands felt dry within minutes. So it was a waste. So I'm going to pitch that, and I purchased one of these. This is excellent product. So yeah, Gentle Nature Soaps. I've purchased a few things from them, and I can't recommend them enough. They've been on Etsy at least for a few years now, and they really do a great job. They send their products quickly as well. You get what you pay for. It's not overly priced compared to some brands. but it's really well made and works. The key is it works. That's, I think, the most important part. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. When I find fun treasures that I love, that I I want to support and keep supporting, I want to share that with you guys. So I I hope if your hands are in dire need of moisture that you will check them out and give them a try. There's plenty of different scents, fragrances, and everything to choose from. So there you go. Well, I think that's about it for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I hope you're staying happy, healthy, and I hope you are making things. I hope you're doing something fun that you enjoy, and I hope you guys are excited about the seasons changing, if that's happening in your area. And I look forward to catching up with you guys again soon. I know as the weather gets nicer, it is hard to make this promise. I do try to make videos every week, but as it gets nicer, I do try to spend a lot of time outside, and it's just really therapeutic to me to be outside in nature, so I will do my best. But I do look forward to chatting with you soon, and hopefully I will have a new finished object in the near future to share with you guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care. Bye.